Good morning and welcome to the third edition of One Card Wonder Wednesday. How are you all doing today? I am fabulous. I am back home from my mini vacation visiting family. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up my video here as usual. And it takes a few seconds, so my hand will be in the screen for a second. I am going to make a simple card today using, make sure my volume's turned down because of course I used my iPad while I was on vacation. I'm going to make a simple card today using the Whisper White Large Memories and More cards and envelopes. These come in the new catalog that will be the June 1st catalog that will be available soon. These work perfect for using with these Memories and More card packs. This card pack is the Delightfully Detailed card pack. There are several others in the new catalog, and they are good for scrapbooking and making cards with. You can do either one of those two things. I have not done any scrapbooking with these particular cards yet, but I wanted to use them to show you how easy it is to make a card. Now these come with, you can see where I've cut some pieces just to see how that works, and they do cut nicely, these little detailed pieces. But there are smaller cards, and there are also cards and envelopes that are sold for those. Today we're just going to be using the larger cards, and you get lots of cards in these packs. I believe there are, not even sure if it just says one set. I'm not sure how many there are total. I haven't counted them, but there are plenty of cards. Plus you also get these adorable little stickers. They're a little bit thicker. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to use one of these cards. I have used this, taken one sheet of the Delightfully Detailed laser cut paper. This comes in packs of 8, where you get this pack and then you get, or this design, and you also get, I'm pulling all kinds of stuff over for you to see. These other, pardon, I wasn't planning on showing these, and then I just last second decided, well, I might as well show you what they look like. These ones that you cut apart that you can use for cards as well. It's very vanilla on one side, and they are Whisper White on the other. They are very delicate. You have to be careful how you repack them in the bag. You make sure they're behind the two pieces of chipboard. Okay, so what I did, and it's, I don't know how well you can see. You can probably see it, but I took some of these pieces and I just snipped them out. I just used my paper snips. You could use a X-Acto knife if you wanted, but you can just see I cut out a few of the flowers that I wanted, but I'm going to be using the Whisper White side, not the Very Vanilla. I'm just going to set that aside because I don't need that right now. I'm going to set this little black piece of paper down so you can see what I've started with. I've taken these flowers and I've colored them, but I just wanted to show you how easy they are to color. I didn't want to do all of the coloring while I was on here. The colors that I have used in this project are So Saffron, Rich Razzleberry, the Grapefruit Grove, which is one of the new in colors, Good Morning Christine, Pool Party, which is one of my favorites, and Pear Pizzazz. So I'm just going to use the Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just going to show you how I colored these so simply with my markers. And I just kind of tilted my marker a little bit to the side just so it's just so you get a little bit more easier to get your ink onto where you're coloring. I see I missed a little spot on this one, so I'm just going back over it. But I just wanted to show you how I colored those. Good morning, Kelly. I went ahead and I cut out, sorry, I'm counting now as I'm doing this video. I'm a little off today. 5 different flowers. I thought they were really cute. 8 if you count the tiny ones, but just little groupings. I also took a 3/4 inch piece I cut from one of the Memories and More cards. This has the Rich Razzleberry color on it. This is what the other side looks like. And it says put your phone down, which I think is cute, especially for photos that you have from family gatherings where all the youngsters are using their phones, and even us adults, because we do that too. But I just cut a 3/4 inch strip. I'm going to set these flowers aside. And then I pulled this one. So simple. Already says happy birthday on it. And I am just going to attach this piece using my snail adhesive onto my little card piece. And then I'm going to attach this piece to the Memories and More card. This is the opposite side of that one, which is really cute with the Grapefruit Grove color. Good morning, Aria. How are you? Super simple once you get your adhesive on it, just to stick it to this card. And these are a little bit bigger than if you cut an 8.5 by 11.5. That's why I think it's great that they made the cards for these, because sometimes you'd get these Memories and More cards and you couldn't use the entire image on your pack. These are, let me get the dimensions for you, 4.5 by 6.5. So yeah, just a little bit bigger. But perfect. They're perfect for mailing photos. If you have 4 by 6 photos, easy to slide them in. So you've got this here now, and I want to take these flowers, which I think, like I said, are just adorable. And I've already taken on the backs of these, and I've cut some tiny pieces of the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I just cut them into little pieces, which would have taken forever to show you on camera, just because they stick to your fingers when you're trying to get them apart when you cut these little buggers. Try to get my adhesive off. I always have trouble when I cut them, just because they're small. It's not that it's a super difficult project, it's just they're tiny, and like I've mentioned before, I don't have long nails, and I'm sure I never will. I mean, I'm already 46 and I haven't had them yet, so I think that's out of the question for me. Okay, see now where I've peeled them sticking to my fingers. I've only did 2 of the flowers that I put dimensionals on. I didn't want to do all of them. Get a hold of that little piece because it's really, oh my goodness. Gonna need my tweezers for this one if I can find them, because it is not coming off very easily. There we go. There we go. Maybe I'll just start using my little grippy tweezers for all of these little pieces, because it seemed to come off easier. And these are not something that Stampin' Up! Sells, but they're perfect because they're very pointy and they have that little grip to them. If I would have known it was going to take this long to peel, I would have done this ahead of time as well. Either way, this one I wanted to put up in the corner here. I don't have any little pieces of adhesive on the flower itself, just because that was extremely thin. So I just put those on there. It just gives it a little bit of dimension right there. The other one that had dimension is this little pool party and So Saffron colored flower. Hi, Lisa Marie. Hi, Jane. Again, these are going to take me forever to try and peel, so I will use my little tweezers again, because that seems to work best. Get this little one there. So, note to self, use the tweezers when you have tiny pieces of Stampin' Dimensionals cut. And I'll put this one down here just for a little dimension on the bottom. Now for these other flowers, I just got a brand new Tombow glue because my other one is starting to run out. I'm just going to put a couple of small little dots of glue and just spread it around a little bit with the tip. You could also use a small paintbrush if you wanted, just to get, it's not going to take a lot, just a couple of little places. And I kind of like this little Grapefruit Grove flower up here. And then in this rich raspberry one that I colored, I'm going to layer it with that Grapefruit Grove flower. I just think those two colors just look really pretty together. I'm just going to layer it just a little bit on the edge here. You can see I got a little bit of glue there, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and I'm just going to dab that up and it will come right up. And once that dries, you won't even notice that that little bit of glue is there. It looks like I apparently spread that one around as I laid it down. And then I have another Grapefruit Grove flower that I colored there, and I'm just going to do probably just glue on this little inside edge since it's a little thicker. I'm just going to set that on there. I feel like this was a card that was easy to put together. I mean, it took a little bit of time because I did the coloring ahead of time. You didn't see all of that, but we don't want to make these, I don't want to make these videos super long because I want you to be able to have time to watch them. The other thing I wanted to use were these adorable faceted dots that come in the Mint Macaron, Grapefruit Grove, Rich Razzleberry, and Black. They are so pretty, and there are 3 different sizes, and I always use my little paper piercer to pick those up, but I thought I might add maybe one of the larger Grapefruit Grove ones onto this flower because I thought it would look cute in the center, but then again, maybe I will go with the Rich Razzleberry just to give it a little bit of contrast. There we go. That looks cute. It's still not quite dry, so I'm moving my flower around here. It's kind of hard to see just because the paper behind is the Rich Razzleberry, so I'll hold it up so you can see where I added that in there. And I might take one of these little dots, even though I didn't use Mint Macaron. I'm going to put one of those just as the dot for my eye on birthday, because I think those are cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip my card over. I'm going to fold it real quick just so you can see where the line is, but I wanted to use a stamp from the Stitched All Around set to put a small sentiment on the inside. This is the Stitched All Around set. It comes with some framelits, but I wanted to stamp Enjoy Your Special Day on the inside, and I think I'm going to use probably my Grapefruit Grove or Rich Razzleberry. Maybe we'll go with Rich Razzleberry just because I like that color a lot. I didn't use any framelits, Lisa Marie. I used the Delightfully Detailed paper, and I cut some of the flowers out from the Delightfully Detailed paper. And then I just colored them using my Stampin' Right markers. So I thought that was a great idea because it makes it easier if you don't have the Big Shot, but you want some little flowers like this, you can buy that paper and cut them out using that. Not that the Big Shot isn't a good idea because I love the Big Shot. So I've got the Enjoy Your Special Day. I'm going to stamp it here, and then I'm going to stamp it on my paper just to make sure I'm getting it colored. It looks like I need to buy a refill for my Rich Razzleberry, so we're going to use a different color instead. I am just going to go with Memento, and since Memento is dark already, I will just stamp over top of that because it won't ruin my Memento ink pad just to have that little bit of Rich Razzleberry on it. And you've got your cute Enjoy Your Special Day on the inside of the card. You've got the Super Easy on the outside of the card using the Memories and More. Delightfully Detailed Memories and More card pack. Like I said, this black, the Happy Birthday, was already printed. We cut out the flowers from the Delightfully Detailed laser cut paper, colored them in with Stampin' Right markers in Pear Pizzazz, Pool Party, Rich Razzleberry, So Saffron, and Grapefruit Grove, which is one of the new in colors. And of course we stamped on the inside using our Memento with Enjoy Your Special Day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share it if you like it. I would appreciate that. I'm going to also put my link for YouTube underneath, so if anyone wants to go to YouTube and rewatch it on there, if they feel like it. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great Wednesday, and I will see you next week. Bye.